Hey, 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 hey. It's become like our new kind of catchphrase or opening line. I can't remember who was it. Was it Hey, hey, hey? Uh, what the hell show was that from? Is it Good Times and Dynamite? And anybody remembers? Like, help me out, clue me in with that. I want to say, what's going on? Maybe it was the show. I can't remember the guy's name, but he's like big dancer guy. Step in. Hey, hey, hey. I think. Anybody remembers? Better memory? Old person? Clue me in. Okay, so beautiful day. Sorry for any of you in the rain, snow, cold, fog. We don't have that today. We got something altogether different. Anyways, so we how we do on Sundays. We talk about our deeper thoughts, our contemplative thoughts, and we try and find like some cool kind of like spaces where things that maybe I've experienced or things that maybe you've experienced, and we can kind of find some overlap and some things that are helpful, maybe start conversations, maybe like trigger some ideas and some thoughts and concepts and things like that. So today, what I want to talk about, I want to talk about that like from see how do I want to put this from the spaces of the unknown and fear and uncertainty where all the great stuff comes from, right? I know any of this stuff sounds trite. It all sounds like as you've heard it all before, but it's just the truth, guys. And so maybe I can put like my own spin on it. Going through my own stuff always as we're a growing business and growing boy and growing life. There's always going to be changes and transitions and things going on, and so part of it is you have to be prepared for that. You just got that part. You got to just like tick the box and go like, I get it. I accept that that is what life is going to be about, and life is going to be about constant change. And life. Oh, I got to try and beat the gate. Hold on one second. Don't crush me. Ah. See that slick move? Um, you got to tick that box that it's going to be a constant road of challenge, growth, bumps, and you can either like resist it, we've talked about this before, or you can embrace it. Huge shift, right? Embracing, resisting, like the same is going to happen. So your thing is, how do you want to approach it? How do you want to deal with it? Do you want stuff to break you down and make your life miserable and sad and gloomy and overwhelming? Or do you want to say like, cool, let's see if we're up to this. Let's see what we can make happen with this, right? So that's an important mental box to tick, is just to decide how are you going to approach knowing that the bumps are coming, right? Knowing that they're on their way. How are you going to mentally embrace that? And embrace is a good word. So I highly recommend that you embrace the mindset of cool. What's Richard Branson say? Like he said so much better than me. Screw it, let's do it. Um, he's done a lot of stuff, right? So anyway, so that's the first part of it. Is like we just have to like come to grips. It's gonna be bumpy. It's gonna be challenging. Things are, just when you think it's smooth and easy, something explodes. Something goes crazy, and so that's the first part of it. We just gotta come to grips with that. And then the second part is that understanding that as this stuff goes down, this stuff that we resist and that's hard and you know stuff that creates fear, creates uncertainty, stuff you're not sure if you know how to do, stuff that's challenging or stretching you, or you find yourself in a position where you've got to take care of something you didn't know how to do. Not sure if you got the skill sets. You find that you're in a position that you weren't planning on. Any of that stuff, any of the stuff that's the fear, uncertainty, anxiety, you know, any of those guys, those friendly guys, create the opportunity for all the growth stuff. Like, the reason they're scary is because you don't know what's on the other side of it. You don't know if you got the stuff. You don't know if you can make it. You don't know if you can do it. So that means that, like, you're here and you're trying to get here, and in between that's a bunch of scary stuff. But if you're willing to do the work and try, you can get over to here, and that's where all the growth stuff is at. So it's pretty cool if you can start to look at, like, for my personal thing, like, a bunch of changes are going on. Really, really cool changes going on in the business, and things are really developing. Now, I could say, like, a bunch of terrifying changes are going on. Things are scary, and God, I hope we make it. And going back to our initial part of the conversation, that's not gonna serve me. That's a crappy place to be headspace-wise. So instead, I'm excited about it. And then in conjunction with that, I'm also embracing it, knowing that it's going to pull the best stuff out of me. It's going to force me to be better. It's going to force me to develop skills. It's going to force me to create self-trust and self-belief and self-confidence by doing things that I couldn't do before. It goes with dog training too, right? So I think this is just, it's just such a universal one that anytime we're faced with, like, stuff that, how many times am I going to say like? I know everybody's telling me stop saying like. I'm trying. I just know that as I look at the stuff ahead of me, I just want to keep bringing back to the personal stuff because it's the best, juiciest spot, I think, is that when I look at the stuff ahead of me that I've got to try and figure out, navigate, make good decisions about, develop skills, and as I'm looking at them, there's a part of me that's like, man, oh, that's scary stuff. Then there's a part of me that's like, that's really cool. That is going to pull me and develop me and grow me in so many ways. So kind of dancing with those two dynamics, those two kind of opposing sides, and being aware of them, that, like, yeah, the fear is going to be there. You can't just, like, throw it in the tray. You could try if you've got that ability. I don't have that ability. I know it's there. I kind of, like, nod my head to it, and then I decide, cool, I'm gonna go kick your butt and let's see what I can make happen. And I know that on the other side of all the fear and the uncertainty and the anxiety is gonna be my very best stuff. It's gonna be my most growth. It's going to be the better me. And I think that's the case for all of us. I think embracing this hard, rough, whatever, business, family, financial, whatever it might be, those skills that you don't yet have, that you have to develop, there's no way for them not to build you into something better than you were before. So let's just keep it really simple. Let's keep it really simple, that all this stuff that you're scared because you don't know if you've got it. Your job is to build it. Trust that it's going to cultivate new things in you, and you'll come out on the other side with more stuff than you had going in before the scary thing. The scary thing always builds the cool stuff. The stuff you don't know is because it's stuff you got to learn. And once you learn it, then you got new cool stuff, and you've expanded yourself, and you become more. And so that's just what this whole big kit and caboodle is all about. It's just about stuff going on and on and on. How are you going to approach it? How are you going to embrace it? How are you going to roll with it? How are you going to perceive it? What are you going to think about it? And then kicking its ass. And then, you know what I mean? Kicking its ass, being bold, being courageous, being brave, and knowing that on the other side of all that, I hope I can do it, if you do the work, is your best stuff. I know I'm going to come out on the other side of this with stuff, gifts galore. Scared? Yeah, but gifts galore. So I just have to, like, push. You have to trust that the gifts are on the other side of all this uncertainty, this anxiety, the stress, the worry, the fear. Trust me. I'm trusting me Follow me. Unfollow me. Let's go. Let's rock and roll with this, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Hope you have a great Sunday. Hope everything's great. Take care.